Today we're here to talk about porn. This is a collaboration with IULM and Fotomuseum Winterthur. We're gonna look not so much at nudity and sex, but more the idea of a pornographic way of seeing as the way that we experience the world through images, and images as a in-between point between the desire and the objects that we want to experience. So we're gonna try and look at ideas of consumption, addiction, alienation, voyeurism, gaze and legitimacy of the gaze.
I will be talking about museums and the legitimation of the gaze, which will touch upon issues of what does it mean to show certain content, not only pornography, but part of it will be pornography in the museum. What is the message that the museum is sending by showing or not showing certain things? How to contextualize them to allow its audience to understand what is at stake behind an image.
I research online subcultures. Recently have been focusing on the online communities of voluntary celibates, volcels, and involuntary celibates, incels, which are groups of mostly men who define themselves based on their sexual life. And after spending about 4 years researching these communities, it culminated in a series of 34 photographs, which I kind of put together into an artist's book. The photographs illustrate this kind of a love affair between a voluntary celibate man and a string of fantasy women that he loves that do not exist.
My intervention or topic focuses on Instamail, which is like a phenomenon you can look up today, like on Instagram right now. When I started to look into that topic, I got curious what it means to be a real man these days. And also, if you scroll through the comic section, there are a lot of hateful comics towards new concepts of masculinity. And what I found out that nowadays seems to be a certain set of poses on Instagram. So it's about this commodification of the selfie in this context, the way you put product placement inside of these pictures and how the boundaries get more and more fluid.
In 2013 I started with self-portraits, photographic self-portraits, and I developed a performance on Instagram that reflects on success and wealth and fame. For 5 years I did this series which is called Success is Just a Smile Away. I was performing as this rich, fancy guy. Now I stopped with this and did a new series about male roles on Instagram that reflects on all the different male roles that people are playing on Instagram. Because I think there definitely is a really big difference between how people are in real life and how they represent themselves online.